Good morning, everybody. It is Friday today. Happy Friday, all. All right. So yeah, watching a few of these here. It is Friday today. Happy Friday. There we go. Sound is working. Yeah. So watching TROV here. Let's see. We got TROV that's moving some. We got a CNET, CNET. Lately, we have had AMD start to push. AMD and what was the other one? Snap, SNAP. Snap and SNAP. Let me catch back up on the chat. What's up, Zach, Bill, Pat, Adrian? What's up, man? Saul Pattern, Eric, Cargo. Vitalis, Lee. I don't know, man. It all depends on what the market does. I don't know. I'm just watching these stocks. I'm not necessarily calling any type of moves out here. I tend to prefer to just react to what I do see happen at the open instead of trying to necessarily predict it. For the most part, when I see a big gap up, I'm usually a little short biased, but a lot of stuff is gapping up in the market right now, and so I think it ultimately depends on what the SPY does and how the overall market acts during market hours. What's up, Rich? Siesta? Good morning. And yeah, like I thought yesterday, though, ROKU and SQ both closed red yesterday. Yesterday had a lot of opportunities. Unfortunate I didn't trade more than I did, but it was still a green day. The good news, though, is that yesterday Fitbit is Fitbit. Or no, it's Fifth Third Bancorp. What's up, Shaw? Good morning. Siesta, good morning. Yeah, the good news, though, is that I'm also looking at ZYNE. The good news, though, is that I've had 4 green days this week. I have not had any losing days. I've effectively bounced back from my downswing. I had the last 2 months or so have looked like this. I've had from February to about March 15th, I had all green weeks, nothing but profitable weeks, nothing but green weeks. Right around mid-March, I had, the last 2 weeks or so before this week were pretty tough. So I had 6 green weeks, 2 losing weeks, and then a green week this week. And so not too shabby, all things considered. Hopefully that ends that little downswing I had for those 2 weeks. But I know a lot of other people were affected by the market. Not this week necessarily, but the weeks before this were a little tough. And so hopefully we're out of that and we get some good opportunity in the following weeks as well. Also looking at some of the cannabis plays here. Like I said, I'm watching ZYNE, but I'm also keeping an eye on CGC. It's gapping up some. Cron is up a little bit here. I think I said NBEV, ACB. ACB is actually moving this morning, so I may watch it. It had a nice fade yesterday as well, but we also have RYIV, which was a runner yesterday as well. And even though it's about break even in pre-market, it's moving at the very least. And so it's moving some at least. All right, so let's look up some news. All right, so I'm going to look up CNET first, see what the catalyst is on CNET. I'm not seeing any catalyst necessarily for CNET. It just says it rose yesterday. Does anybody know the catalyst for this one? I'm not seeing anything here. Weird. Maybe it's the overall market here. All right, so U.S. March payrolls exceeded the forecasts. Unemployment rate is still pretty low at 3.8%. Expansions in, I'll read this article. Expansions in healthcare and professional and technical services prompted a swell in U.S. non-farm payroll numbers last month, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. March numbers came in at 196,000, far exceeding estimates of 175,000 and a previous mark of 33,000. The figures contributed to quarterly employment growth averaging 180,000 per month, short of 2018's per month growth of 223,000. As forecasted, the unemployment rate remained at 3.8%. So this expansion reflected accelerated growth in healthcare for 49,000, professional and tech services 34,000, food services 27,000, construction at 16,000, and manufacturing at minus 6,000 recorded steady growth. Hourly earnings on average increased by 4 cents. The average work week rose by just 0.1 hours. Germany selected ACB to sell weed to Germans. Hey, interesting here. We'll see what happens. That's pretty good news, though, for ACB. That's pretty good news. All right, so market's looking good, I'm guessing, with this positive unemployment and employment numbers. And yeah, the SPY is up. The SPY is up from 287.18 to 287.95. It's up roughly 78, 80 cents or so. And so not bad. Market's up. We got GLG popping up on the scanners as well here. GLG. Let's see what happens with that. Like I said, there's snaps here. We got Snap running some. I'm going to keep an eye on that. So we got a few movers here. We can also look at Snap, see what's going on with it. See what's going on with maybe AMD here as well. All right, so I see a press release that came out yesterday for Snapchat, and the title is Snap Pushes into Gaming, Ratcheting Up a Battle Royale with Fortnite. Snap Inc. is getting into video gaming, joining other tech companies in a rush to attract users who are increasingly socializing in Fortnite. So the Snapchat app is now going to be including multiplayer games. It's said its first original game will be called Bitmoji Party, and it plans to offer a series of other games developed by partners including Zynga and Zeptolab. Interesting here. We'll see what happens. That's a very interesting move for Snapchat. To be honest, maybe I'm old, but I've just never had a Snapchat before. Never had a Snapchat. All right, what else we got on the market today? We can look at AMD. TROV maybe? What was the other one? CNET had no news that I saw. Not really seeing anything on AMD aside from the overall market news. ATOS. I remember ATOS. Former runner getting a little bit of a spike here for ATOS. Not much follow through though. TROV. Yeah, TROV looks good. Look at TROV move. Nice gap up here. 360 to 425s for TROV. We can look TROV up as well. All right, so TROV announced a $1.5 million equity investment at premium to market from institutional investor Lincoln Park Capital. They also updated to Phase 1B/2A trial presented by the AACR. Additional patients achieve complete response at 2 highest dose levels of their biodrug, and so positive results for their biodrug as well for TROV, and both of those together are making it run some here. Like I said, it's up from 360 to 425. Not a bad move there. What else we got? ZYNE. We can look at the cannabis plays. I think most of those are just affected by ACB's positive news. We can look up ACB though. Yeah, so ACB was awarded the maximum number of lots in the German cannabis production tender. Yeah, they announced their company has been selected by basically the German Federal Institute for Drugs and Medical Devices. They're out of three winners in the public tender to cultivate and distribute the cannabis in Germany. The contract will be formalized at the earliest on April 17th, pending the outcome of appeal procedure on which a ruling is anticipated by April 10th. Honestly, people need to stop fighting it, man. You know, it's one of those things where people need to stop fighting it. Like, it's inevitable at this point. Like, cannabis is going to be legal. At the very least, on a medical level, it is going to be legal. There's nothing people can do to stop it. The only people that are necessarily trying to stop it are law enforcement, because mostly they're going to lose a lot of funding for not locking people up for, cannabis, which they shouldn't be anyway. You know, that's like if caffeine was illegal and the cops were saying, basically, and the cops had such a conflict of interest that they insisted on continuing to lock people up for caffeine because it helped their budget. That I'm sorry it hurts their budget if cannabis is legal, but they shouldn't continue locking people up for it. It's absolutely ridiculous. It needs to be legalized. I don't even smoke cannabis, but it needs to be legalized for that purpose only. Maybe I'm getting to a little bit too political, but at a certain point it's just nonsense. Yeah, no stress, Matthew. Hey, brother, we can disagree, man. I'm just saying it like this, man. Cannabis. Anybody that tries to pretend like cannabis should stay illegal is very out of touch with what it actually is. Cannabis has the equivalent of coffee. It really does. They've done a lot of different studies on it. Regardless of any of that, though, it's about having an even standard of things that are legal, like an even standard of drugs that are legal, right? If alcohol is going to be legal, which, let's be honest here, is a much more harmful drug, then cannabis should be legal as well. Yeah, but so does alcohol. And I mean, you can use the whole thing where we don't want to legalize another drug, but that's like I said, it's not about that. It's about having an even standard. If alcohol is going to be legal, if tobacco is going to be legal, if coffee is going to be legal, then cannabis should be as well. And that's the bottom line. It's a much less harmful drug than all of those other ones. And the fact that it's still illegal has a lot of it has to do with the private prison industry here. But a lot of it also has to do with law enforcement not wanting to lose that funding that they make from persecuting people that have cannabis. Like, that's a huge part of it, And I support law enforcement, that's fine, but it needs to have an even standard. If not, it's hypocritical. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's kept illegal. A lot of it's due to the private prison industry, and at a certain point, it's inevitable at this point that it's going to be legal. It's just a lot of it has to do with pharmaceutical companies and the private prison industry, and they're raising PAC money to lobby against it, and at a certain point, it's just unnecessary. What's up, Vice? Right, exactly. No, I agree with you there, Matthew. Most of it is due to most of it is due to most of the reason that it's not legalized here a lot is because the federal government hasn't deschedulized it yet. And that's the part of the problem as well. But no, honestly, it does have to do with law enforcement, though. Like, why do you think law enforcement is constantly lobbying against it? They're doing that because they're going to lose a lot of funding. They're going to lose a lot of their income if cannabis is now legalized, specifically with, like, the DEA, you know? And that's something that they have to accept because it's unnecessary to lock people up for that. I know, but that is absolutely ridiculous, man. What people do when they're high, I just gotta disagree with you, man. No hard feelings, but come on now, you know. What people do when they get high is they sit at home and they eat. You know, they play video games. Trust me, people don't smoke weed and then want to go rob a store. You know what I mean? That's not what they do. People might drink alcohol and do that, or people might take other pharmaceutical drugs and want to go rob a store, but that's just not what they do, man. No, I mean, I think I think it's hard for certain people, and I'm not even necessarily talking about you. I think it's hard for people to understand like that the standard needs to be even. You know, if they have a problem with people driving around when they're high, then make a law against it. You know what I mean? Just like they do with alcohol and everything else. You know, have an even standard in the country. You know, let's just have an even standard where one thing isn't, you know, attacked and the other one is just ignored. You know, like let's have an even standard here. That's what I really care about is just having an even standard because it does start affecting certain communities and you know at a certain point it's just kind of like make it an even standard, man. All right, I'll stop ranting now. What's up, Digital De Niro? Appreciate the sub, brother. Thanks as well, Felipe. So yeah, we'll see what happens with TROV. It had two different catalysts come out today, I think. So positive news for that. Like I said, we got the SPY that's running a little bit here. We got AMD. They're all pushing up some. We got Snapchat. Snapchat says they're entering the video game market with their application, and so we'll see Snapchat entering the video game market. We got CGC up. ACB partnered with Germany. It's up some. We got Zyne, ZYNE. We got RYIV moving some. We got... Yeah, no stress, Matthew. Yeah, no hard feelings, brother. All right, so yeah, we'll see what we get today, guys. We'll see what we get. Let me move this. I want to see what else popped up on my scanners here. Um, what's everybody else watching? Is anybody else watching anything I haven't mentioned yet? I haven't mentioned yet. CNET, yeah, I did talk about CNET this morning. I'm not seeing any catalyst for CNET though. Yeah, I have one, Vise. Here, I got a whole hour-long video on it, Vise. Here, let me find it for you, brother. I got you. Here, I got one. I thought I had a longer one, but um, here's one of them that's called the Three Keys to the VWAP Fade Vise. It just breaks down all the different conditions and stuff I look for when I trade it. It's right there. It's the last link I just posted. I thought I had another one. Let me see if I can find it. Let me look a different way here. No, maybe not. I grew up in the 80s and the Bible Belt. It's the devil's lettuce. Yeah, I mean, I understand the concern about it earlier, especially how, all the propaganda surrounding cannabis. But now that it's gone and most people understand that it's harmless, I just think there's a big difference between what the people of the country want and what the government wants. My problem with it is like, here in Texas, everybody's always saying freedom, yeah, freedom, but like the politicians are ultimately controlling everything here, and the people have voted and said they wanted cannabis legalized, but each politician rejects it before it actually gets a vote on the floor, and so it's frustrating. SPWR popping up on the scanners, although it doesn't really look that good. We got CRM, AUY, Wi-Fi, CBS. Right, exactly. Exactly right, man. Mike Cargo out here pumping up BMMJ. I mean, it's just not really my style, Cargo. Sorry, brother. It's just not my style, man. I hope it works for you. Yeah, I see that moving. CBD, the stock, is on my list. ERJ. Yeah, I was looking at BBBY, Bed Bath and Beyond as well. I hate that store. I literally hate that store. Every time we go out, anywhere, my wife wants to go to Bed Bath and Beyond, and she literally tells me we'll be there for like 5 minutes. She'll be like, "Yeah, we're just gonna swing through. I'm gonna get some new hand sanitizers from Bed Bath and Beyond," and then we go there, and we're there for like an hour, and we never leave. And it smelled the super strong smell gives me a headache, and I hate that store. It's true, man. It's true. It happens every time though. Anytime there's a Bed Bath and Beyond within like 5 minutes, we're going there. ACB, yeah, ACB is up on News Outsiders of Germany. Basically, picked ACB as the stock to bring cannabis in. I don't know, man. Talking about Forex, I don't know, man. I've heard of it. I've seen it. I just never tried it. Forex seems more like a fundamental. It seems more like a fundamental trading method, as opposed to. I know there's some technical methods, but since it's currency, I just feel like it's more of a fundamental style, based off of um, different catalysts in the world. With those countries and those currencies. I don't know. It's just not something. I just like stocks. What's up, Peter? Yeah, Jake. What's up, Peter? You stuck in Hunt? Oh, man. That's rough, bro. Yeah, bro, that's rough, man. I don't know. I hope it resumes for you, but I don't know if it will, man. I think it's almost guaranteed to gap down. I don't mean to rub it in your face or like make you feel bad about it, but I think it's almost guaranteed to gap down. Um, I don't know, man. I mean, if the SEC released their findings that they didn't find anything negative, then it could continue up. I don't know, but I think it's very similar to like for what was it? What was the big one last year? ZLIN? Was it ZLIN? Was that it? What was the crazy one? What's up, TJ? Yeah, I don't think it will either, man. Peter, sorry, bro. Yeah, but 4 green days this week. We'll see if we can finish it off strong with 5. What kind of channel are you trying to grow, man? A new trading channel? Yeah, it was LFIN. Yeah, LFIN was that one was that one was I think it's gonna be similar to what happens with Hunt. Yeah, man. Last week was brutal. The week before was brutal. But like I said, if you think about the pattern here, so like the last let's see, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. The last 9 weeks, I've had 6 profitable weeks, or no, I've had 7 profitable weeks and 2 losing weeks out of the last 9. So out of the last 3 months, or no, out of the last 2 months and a little bit extra, I've had 7 profitable weeks and 2 losing weeks. So that's fine. Kind of shows that like negative variance and like a downswings and stuff like that will happen. I don't know where Mitch is at, man. We should. I thought we might get him today. Let me call him. What's up, Baked? And so I was in the process of. I actually got a pro account on Tefs and TradeNet in order to increase size, but when I started to do bad 3 weeks ago, I scaled back down a little bit. Yeah, AMD's running up too. All right, guys, we got 7 minutes left. 7 minutes. What's everybody's main watch today? I know CDNA is popping up on the scanners as well as Riot. Whatever happened to Bitcoin? What's Bitcoin at nowadays? Riot's up some as well. Is that because Bitcoin's pushing up some? Hey, Carol, will you bring me the CBD e-juice? Thank you. What's Bitcoin at? It's at 5K. It's still over 5K. It hasn't fallen back down. We'll see what happens with it. Is Bitcoin going to go on another tear? Thank you. Yeah, I don't know, man. I know my take. I think I've said my take on Bitcoin. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know enough about it, though. And so I could be honest and say I don't know enough about it. All right, so we got 5 minutes left. Let's get everything rolling here. NXTD popping up on the scanners here. We got a few other ones. I want to keep this scanner here. This new daily highs. I want to keep this here. So I'm going to pin this. How come it disappears now? Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Wait. GUSH running some. Trying to throw this in here so we can get this too. There we go. I like that better. What do you guys think? Is that a little bit better? We got another little scanner in here. I like that a little bit better now. There we go. Let's squeeze this a little bit more. All right, what do you guys think about that? That's a little bit better, right? Yeah, that should work. I think that works. What's up, Abby? All right, guys, we got a few minutes left. Let me see where Mitch is at. Hello? Yo, what's up, man? No. I called Mitch. I couldn't hear him. We'll see if he might be on the stream today. I don't know. All right, guys, let's do it. We got a minute and a half left. Watching RYIV or YRIV. Watching CNET, CNAT, or CNET. Some people saying CNAT is running as well. I'm looking at CNET. We got AMD. We got Snapchat. Moving some here. We We got the Cannabis plays. We got ZYNE. We got CGC dropping. So we got some opportunity here. We'll see what we get. Ah, Mitch is here. Sorry, brother. All right, I got you. Let's see how quick I can do this. We got 1 minute. All right, I'm sitting it right now, Mitch. What? Oh, wait, it's making me register, Mitch. Sorry, I did the wrong one, man. I'm going to have to end that one and restart it. All right, guys, here's the bell. Good luck. Let's do it, guys. All right, we got AMD dropping right off the bat here. All right, Mitch, the last one I just sent is the right one. There you go. All right, AMD bouncing back. Let's check out this moving average crossover play. It's been a pretty good week for it. Here we go. All right, AMD dropping off the gate. We got RYIV popping up. Snapchat dropping some. Snapchat dropping some. We might get the crossover move here. All right, I'm just going to remember my entry of 29.46 because that would have been my normal entry for the moving average crossover play. Maybe it's a little early, but there we go. It just filled me. All right, that's not bad. There we go. Nice drop. Tick off sub there. Oh no, I just scaled into it. I screwed myself. That would have been a right trade, but I bought a little bit too much. I'll just keep going. There we go. Scale out of it. Now I'm holding 200 shares. I'm telling you, man, the moving average crossover play has been extremely accurate lately. No, I'm pretty protected in this too, even if this thing reverses. Oh, here we go. We got Mitch in here. Here you go, brother. You're in. We got Mitch at the coffee shop.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up?
What's up, what's up?
What's up, brother?
That coffee shop life.
Yep. What's up, man? Am I frozen here?
NIL what? Paid?
My thinkorswim just froze. That's not cool. AMD with the fade, man. If it breaks 50, I'm getting out. You said NIO with the fade? AMD with the fade, man. Again. Beautiful fade, too. Quick fade. Nice fade. Honestly, I'm going to start using the moving average crossover next week. It's been extremely accurate lately. Just super accurate. Every day's been a winning day with this strategy. I'm going to take the last little bit off there and just be done so I can start looking for regular moves here. But super accurate, man. It's just every day it works. What's up, Robert? Just ridiculously accurate here. I'm gonna look at Snapchat for a fade. Snapchat, maybe NBEV as well. But AMD was the fade to make. That one was just perfect. Maybe NBEV. Actually, I'm kind of looking at CGC for a fade too. If CGC can get up to 50s. If looking at CGC here.
Short NIL there. Short NIL. 36, 137. Risk is right above 38.
That one doesn't look bad.
1,500 shares.
Uh-oh. I mean, oh, it's a small range stock. I'm telling you though, guys, that moving average crossover play, that the scalping method that I approach it with is super accurate. Just ridiculously accurate. Looking at NBEV now as well as CGC. If CGC can pop up to the 43.55 level, I could use a 65 level as my risk. And then I don't know, let's see, 35 level is my reward target. Alright, let me get these moving average crossovers done now.
I'm out of NIL.
Yeah, I would squeezed up a little bit. AMD, I'm looking at it. What's the SPY doing? I think that's what the overall market's doing. It's going to affect me. But I'm looking at CGC2 and Cron. All of those don't look terrible. And I would rather get in the first fade on CGC or Cron than the second fade on AMD. Although, even though fades have been working ridiculously well for it lately, the second move doesn't look bad. Ugh, it's so tough to decide on this one. I guess I could use 55 as my reward target. Let me break this down here. Or 60 as my reward target really would be decent. From 50 down to 30, 20 cents. From 50 up to 60 would be... I'm not going to stress AMD right now. Doesn't look bad though. It's just the second fade. I don't want to risk that. I'm looking at CGC. I like CGC if we can get up there. Cron squeezing up. Snap is right up there too. What's the overall SPY doing? The SPY is choppy. And I do like that 1160 risk for like a, you know, for like a 5 cent risk there. That doesn't look terrible. It's up to 59. Maybe AMD was the right one. NBEV's up there as well. This would have been my risk on Snap, but I guess I could.
I'm looking at NBEV.
There goes AMD, man. AMD's been fading a lot lately. I've just been missing it. Yeah, man, AMD has been beautifully fading. I'm going to look at CGC is probably the one I like the most right now. Snap ended up squeezing up, so it's probably good that I didn't get into it. I got to look at CGC. It's probably the one I like the most. I could use a 62 cent risk. Let's see if we get a little bit better spot. Yeah, 60. I like 60 as a risk if it can get up there. And so if I can get in at around 50, that's a 10 cent risk. With CGC, I can take 300 shares. You said you're in NBEV, Mitch?
No, I'm considering it. Really haven't taken it. Probably
Look
should
at
have just grabbed that 84 little tick.
yeah. It ACB. Oh yeah, ACB had positive news. I don't know why I haven't looked at ACB yet. ACB actually partnered with Germany. Germany picked ACB to be the first company they let in to do cannabis. Look at AMD though, man. Beautiful follow through. All right, so watching CGC still. If we can get up to 43.50, I'll probably take it and use that 43.60 risk level. But it's got to get up there. I don't know if CGC is going to get up there. If Cron had more volume, I'd watch Cron too. ACB dropping some, that's going to drag the sector down. I just need CGC to pop up to 43.50. It's got to get up there about 20 cents. I like the risk. Previous day's close is right around 43.20, so that can kind of confirm that reward target for me. Yeah, AMD. AMD's unfortunate. I just missed it. Caught it out. Almost took the second fade here, but missed it. Now I'm just waiting to see if CGC pops up here. I'm not going to take AMD if it gets up there. It's already faded twice.
Yeah, I don't know why. I trusted my instincts on MBV, and it looks like it's squeezing a little there.
You're in NBEV?
No, I'm not. Just had my one loss in NIO.
Yeah, well, good. Honestly, good move though. With MBV, it's squeezing up. You would have been stopped out. So good decision. All right, so like I said, I'm watching CGC, guys. I want CGC to get up here. This is where I need it to get up to, and then I could use this. The 43.60 level is my risk, and then I could give this 43.25 level or so as my reward. And so good risk reward, nice tight 2-to-1 risk reward. Oh yeah, Roku and SQ. What are they doing today? Ooh, Roku is right there. Is it gonna work again though? I like that $50 risk. What about SQ now? Man, I'm bummed out. Like this Roku and SQ have been really good lately. SQ's the opposite right now, but Roku's back up there, and it's just been on a steady drop. The only problem with Roku is that it's been dropping for 2 days in a row. I could risk it. CGC, I thought I might be able to get an entry with CGC. If Roken can get up to 25, I'll take it with 100 shares for, 25 cent risk, 50, 75 cent reward maybe. But it's got to actually get up there. I don't know if CGC is going to. Snap, squeezing up. Right, for sure. But the SPY looks like it may fade. And Roku's just been super reliable with fades lately. Roku and SQ. They've both been fading really nicely. See, Roku's fading down now. If I would have called it up here at the 20s, I would have taken it, but just didn't get that chance. Forgot about it, really. Forgot about this one today. I got to start watching it because it usually follows through really nicely, fades really nicely. The other one I'm watching is CGC. ZYNE popping up on the scanners. That was another one I'm watching. ZYNE running here, guys. Big run. Looks like it was a red to green move. CLWT pushing up. Snap. BZUN. Snap is red to green moving right now. Yeah, do it, Chase. I keep forgetting, bro. I'm still trying to be patient with CGC, but it kind of continues to just kind of sit there. So the SPY is back up to the VWAP. There goes CGC. Just never got up there. It had to break that 43.40 level, and it just faded back down. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll also watch Roku here. But it depends. Like, if the SPY starts to run, like if you look at the SPY here, if the SPY starts to run, it's going to make Roku a little bit more risky as a short, you know? And so we're going to watch the SPY here too. But CGC basically hasn't faded yet. Alright. Sorry, guys. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Let me know if you guys see any fades today. CGC was kind of my main watch. It just didn't work out. Didn't follow through. Roku doesn't look bad. Like I said, it just depends on what the SPY does here. The SPY's squeezing up some. JMU, a lot of people talking about JMU. BZUN as well. Here's Roku. I don't think I'm going to risk it, though. I mean, especially with the SPY looking like it's going to break out on the upside here. CGC rebounding some, too. I think AMD was the move to make. SPY squeezing up. Look at that. AMD actually doesn't look that bad now if it pulls back to 2940. I could use that 2950 level as risk on AMD. SPY squeezing up, trying to break those highs here, though. We'll see what we get. Here it comes. CGC's back up there, but I don't like it as much anymore. Like, if you look at CGC here, it's back up there, but after this quick rejection down here, I just don't trust that move anymore. I mean, I guess I could do something small, like 50 shares of Roku. Or it's not going to give me time to. Yeah, SPY got rejected at the highs. So you can see here now what we're seeing here guys, is the SPY get rejected at the very top. You can see that. And then you can see Roku dropping CGC. No, the CGC doesn't look terrible, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't like CGC at all anymore. Unless this level holds, 54. Nah, Roku would have been a good fade. Snap had a nice little red to green move there. ACD dumping. Ooh, I do like ACB now then. I do like ACB now, so I'll watch ACB. ACB is actually one of the worst performing stocks that I trade. It's not with how it actually performs. I said that wrong. It's actually one of my worst performing stocks. Like one of the stocks I trade that I, on average, do the worst with. But let's see. I could give myself that 5 cent risk if I get in at 21, exit at 26, 5 cents.
Short here, APHA, APHA,
I forgot about APHA.
1006, 1006, risking off 1012.
Snap had a nice little red to green move. Here, if you want to pull yourself up, you can. I'll just watch these other moves until I see something. I don't know if you heard me, Mitch. If you can, I know you're at the coffee shop, so you might not be able to. But if you want to throw your screen up, you can. ACB, gonna keep an eye on that one. We'll see what we get. CGC squeeze it up. PIR and AR popping up on the scanners. PIR and AR. I'll look at AMD too. Alright, here goes ACB. Now the question is, if my risk is 5 cents on ACB, what kind of sizing do I want? I'm thinking like 400 shares. It's at 19. I need to get up to 21 in order to take this one for ACB. I don't know if I'm actually going to get it. SPY's testing the highs. SPY's trying to break the highs here, guys. I think the SPY's got a lot of resistance above it too, though. I think the SPY not only has the high right there, but it's also got this high pre-market resistance here. And so I think some of these might continue to fade down. AMD's almost effectively filled the gap too. Snap squeezing, YNDX squeezing. Yeah, I just don't know if it's going to give me an entry here with ACB. Oh yeah, whatever happened to that would be cargo. Hey, nice, brother. It's up 15 cents. Congrats, man. Yeah, there's the SPY pulling back. Like I said, I thought the SPY had a lot of resistance above. I said I think a lot of these stocks are actually going to fade down because of the SPY dropping, and so it should be helpful. Mitch, APHA with the SPY dropping like it is should drop down some too now, so it should work a little bit better. I would think it would at least. SQ broke view up. Yeah, that's an interesting one too. Right now I'm also looking at AMD. See that. Zine might be a little VWAP bounce there. Zine, ZYNE. Yeah, see that. Yeah, this is what I always tell people. Like, you see these gap ups. Most of the time, these gap ups fail. Most of the time, they fail. You know, sometimes obviously they run, but most of the time I think when you see these gap ups, they fail. What do you guys think about AMD though here? I'm watching the SPY. What do you think about AMD? I mean, if AMD pulls back here, the problem is, so the gap is effectively filled. Let's see where the previous day's close is. The previous day's close is right around 29.08 or so, 29.07. So like this is the previous day's close. So the gap is effectively filled there. And so that would be my reward target. So if we get it at 34, we got 29.07 as our reward target. We got 29.50 as our profit target. What is that? 26. So 29.26. Or that's a 26-cent reward. Problem is the risk is getting a little bit worse with that one. There you go, Mitch. APHA dropping some for you. Alright, well the SPY just broke the high of the day, and so we'll see if it breaks that high pre-market. Like I said, I think it's got a lot of resistance above it. But if it breaks that 288.28, some of these could start to run.
Yep, just gotta let it work. Try to get it to 10, take some profit, see if it can break 10.
Right. What did Roku end up doing? Dude, I'm telling you, I'm going to start watching Roku every day, Mitch. Roku's been pretty good lately. I'm also going to start trading that moving average crossover next week, I think. Just the scalp. I'm going to stick exactly like how I've been doing it on paper. Roku popping up here. And it's getting more interesting to me because at this point the VWAP is at 64.08 and I could use that 64, you know, the high of this move right here, like the 37s is my risk. And so you get from like 64.10 to 64.35 or so. And so that's 25 cents. And then your reward target could be down to 63.50 for 50 cents. And so about 2 to 1 for Roku right now. Risk reward if you get it on the fade. I gotta be quicker with these, man. You gotta be quick. I feel like I'm on that Geico commercial. Almost had it. Lyft making new highs. Yeah, what did the Lyft IPO end up doing?
It's just eating a donut here.
Donut trader. I'm gonna start calling you Donut Trader. Donut / coffee shop trader. All right, we got AMD pushing up here. Like I said, the only problem with AMD at this point is the risk reward is not ideal. It's just not ideal. It's not terrible. Let's see, it'd be from 33 up to 50, and so that would be 17 cents. And then the reward level would be from 34 down to, I mean, 29.03. It's almost 2 to 1. I could consider it almost 2 to 1. They also have Roku, which are both reasonable options. I think AMD is a little bit prettier of a fade. I'm telling you, the fades have been in play this week. Both Roku's faded twice, AMD's faded. If it fades this time, it'll be 3 times. We do have some good options. Let's see if AMD can actually get up there. Roku, man, beautiful fade on Roku. It looks like APHA's dropping for you sub too.
Yeah, Kron breaking down after a symmetrical triangle breakdown.
Lift. Look at this beautiful. I know Philo called out lift. Look at this beautiful VWAP bounce. So like, if anybody wants to know what a VWAP bounce is, like this is exactly what it is. It's just the opposite of a VWAP fade, right? So you get a big move up. You get a big move up, a pullback to the VWAP, and then a nice bounce. You can set your reward target for the previous high of the day, which would be right here. And then, you know, your risk could be something tight like the whole $1.74 right here, if that makes sense. And so that's kind of the VWAP. That's what we call the VWAP bounce.
All right, might be being greedy here, so the rest is gonna have to hold break even, but I'm trying to let it break 10.
AMD ended up dropping down. Never actually got it. It's just been a. I've been trying to be selective today, but missed a few opportunities. AMD, man. Today's just one of those days. I might just hang it up. I mean, I've been spotting fades left and right. I just been missing them barely. AMD, good example here. Roku, good example up here. I've just been barely missing them. It's starting to frustrate me. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what we get, but kind of aggravated now. Well, I got a little bit of time. If anybody's interested in using the stream that Mitch and I, if anybody's interested in using the broker that Mitch and I use, you can go check out TradeNet. Right now, they do have a sale on their base package, which is the intro package, and so it's only $3.99 right now. And with that, you get a funded day trading account with no PDT rule. You can trade as much as you want. With the intro account, it's a 14K funded account, so you get 14,000 in buying power. And there's a $700 max loss. And so if you go under 13,300, they close your account down, and there's a 70-30 split. But like I said, there's no PDT rule. You can trade as much as you want. Commissions are pretty cheap if you use small sizing. If you use bigger sizing, they're not so favorable. But with small sizing, they're 0.006 cents per share. And so if you use less than 300 shares, your commissions are like $3 or $4 total for a complete round trip. And I really think TradeNet shines because it's good for new traders. If you think about it, you're paying $3.99 while the sale is going on, and you're getting a $700 max loss. And so you're getting a few extra $100 to be able to lose. And I think most new traders end up losing their trading account anyway. And so I think this is a cheaper option for traders to learn on. And I think it makes sense if you think about it. Also, with each package, you get the TradeNet trading course. You get a month of their trading chat room. And you also get a free month of our classes as well. And so you get a lot of cool stuff. It's a really good for new traders, like I said. And so if you're interested in checking it out, it's one of the ways we always keep this stream free. And so if you want to help support the channel, you can check out the link here. They may have changed it to where you have to pass the test. But I mean, I put it this way: almost everybody, I've never not been approved for one, and I don't think I've heard of anybody that hasn't been approved for the funded account. The testing's easy, and it's probably a good idea to take the course first anyway. But yeah,
There we go. Let's see if we get that crack here.
AMD followed through beautifully there too, man. Kind of bummed out I missed that one. I could look at ROKU again here, but my risk reward is just not as favorable now. Risk will be about 37 cents if you can get up to 64. Really about 30 cents. And I can start looking at Roku here. Honestly, I've missed it so much already that I might just take this with like 50 shares. And just try to scalp the move down. At the same time, though, the SPY's breaking highs here. The SPY just broke the high of pre-market. I don't know. Unless the SPY gets rejected here, which is possible. The SPY could get rejected here. What's your entry on APHA, Mitch?
10:06.
Okay. You can guys see here the SPY's breaking highs, and so just be careful, Mitch. SPY might. I mean, I think APHA is not completely related to the SPY, but SPY is breaking these highs here, so just be careful. You could see some squeezes.
Yep, risking about 1 cent from here now. A move to the VWAP could get it up to become a strength. It isn't a long-term pre-market kind of pennant. Holding this $10 at the support, you need those $10 to break to really get that reward. But if it does come up, we're not going to let this go and squeeze on us. We're going to go ahead and step out. And if that's what happens, that's what happens. You just shake it off and you stay in these kinds of trades, you make your reward.
Yep. Alright, SPY's squeezing up some here. Like I said, Roku doesn't look terrible. Quick squeeze here for Roku. Yeah, I'm done with it. While we got a second, guys, go check out our website here. We have a lot of free content, but if you're interested in being a part of our community here, check out our site. Mitch and I have been doing okay this last week, but we do everything live. But our goal is to just give people a cheap option, and for $15 a month, you can get days of day trading content, actual days of content. We actually have about 55 hours or so, around 55 hours of actual classes and content. And so literal days of content on a lot of different stuff, following the market, understanding range, scaling and trading, building trade plans, parabolic movers, back testing, trading half and whole dollars. We got understanding ranges, understanding triangles, VWAP strategies, trading support and resistance. We got a lot of different stuff, classes on a lot of different stuff. And that's just one section. We also have risk reward here. where we kind of, teach people how to calculate risk and reward the right way. And so you can see we got a lot of different classes on that as well. We have actual individual strategies showing you the strategies that we use and kind of different effective strategies. We got a lot of content on that as well. And so, yeah, if you want to check it out, it's $15 a month. We also hold 3 live classes every single week. And so you get 50 plus hours of content with backlogs of classes. You get 3 live classes where you can talk to us, ask us questions live each week. And it's only $15 a month. And like I said, we are not gurus, cannot guarantee you're actually going to make money trading. It even says that right here on the package page. We're not trying to be gurus. We're not claiming to be experts. Our goal is to offer our members a cheap option instead of paying thousands of dollars for courses. And if you're a new trader looking to learn for cheap, we're here to help. That's all we do. If you're interested in checking us out, I'll post this link here as well. It's another good way to help support the channel if you appreciate what we do here and appreciate this free stream. There's the link if anybody wants to check it out. I'm starting to look at Roku a little bit more now. Since it faded down once, I'm starting to look at it a little bit more. It's starting to get a little bit more interesting to me. It just depends on what the SPY does here. I like how it's got all this tops above it right here at 38 or so. So I could risk super tight risk there at 38 if I wanted to just do a little tester trade, maybe even 50. Now for like risking like $15 or so on this one. I don't hate it. At this squeeze, though, I'm definitely not going to take it now. It's just too high up there.
All right. This seems like it's going to be the can, though. You think it's going to pop back up, squeeze up, or it's going to break back down through that 10?
Where's your reward target on that one, Mitch? I'm guessing at $10.
$9.95 for the first profit. I could take 10, but I've seen it bounce off of 10 already. I should have already taken 10. I made the decision of kind of break even on the rest and giving myself a chance to make a nice gain here.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, just established the rule that I was going to just hold to it because it already hit 10 at one point.
Right.
I had the order out there. I actually canceled it when it was approaching it. And
all right, I'm in Roku with 50 shares here. I'm just gonna hold it to 64.50. See if it can follow this little trend here. Hopefully we get a down move, but if not, it's gonna be a tiny loss, all things considered. Maybe should have waited a little bit. What's up?
You want me to give you 50 shares, bro?
Yeah, bro. Loan me 50 shares, brother. I need it. I need it.
Oh, my man.
And
hey,
I'm
man,
just
take your swing. If you're
right.
gonna take your swing, bro.
Well, it's not my favorite move right now, so I'm just kind of letting it sit here. Like I want to trade, you know what I mean, but I don't want to. It's not my favorite move.
This is my thing, at least just from my perspective. Today, there's been about 2 or 3 times where you should have maybe taken the trade, and you're not taking the trade, and now you're just kind of looking for trades.
Right, 100%.
And that's where you can get yourself into trouble. You're doing fine because you limited the risk because you already noticed that you're getting into that area, that gray area.
Exactly.
Trading. And so one of the key things I think is to be selective. If you see it, nail it. If it's not there or you missed it, the day's over. You missed it.
For sure.
Let it go.
Honestly, I wanted AMD, and I think this trade is just me wanting AMD, not getting it, and so wanting to get into something, and so I got in ROKU. I don't hate the trade. I think it's a tight risk of 64.50. And so I think it's actually a pretty tight risk trade, and if it breaks down here, it'll do me right. And so I don't hate it necessarily, especially Roku is a bigger range stock. There we go. There's the breakdown. Roku's a bigger range stock, and so I don't hate it. I can sit here and toy with it, hope it stays underneath it. There we go. And hopefully get down to 63.50. If it gets down to 63.50, it can hold down there, then I like it a lot better. But at this point, it's just an easy trade. And I'm just taking a small risk, give myself that chance to ride it down to the 63.50 if it starts to test the lows. If not, I can get out for a very small calculated loss, and that's okay. It's just got to hold under 64.
All right, stuck around for a short-term bear flag there. You got that short term there, up one, down one, up two, down two, and then just made that last kind of up move. At least we know kind of where we can hold our risk right now. We don't even want this back at 10.05. We want this to crush through the tens right here with big sizing.
Right, for sure. What is my entry here? 64.21. Okay, that makes sense. Oh yeah, yours is down to 2. That's not bad now. There we go. There's 8s, 3s. Let's see if we get a breakdown here. I like Roku. We put it at a double top. Let's see if that double top holds. Super easy trade at this point now, though. AMD breaking the lows.
There you go. We got our crack. Got our crack there.
Mm-hmm. I'm watching that one too. Today was just the day of missed opportunity.
Just goes to show you, brother.
Yep.
All right, guys, gonna take some off there at 98 to it's holding there. Don't want to let this come back and kind of ruin the day now that we're already in that winning position. I just took off $64. Now I'm positive for the day about $20. And now I'm gonna let the rest of the trade work. Unrealized right now up about 50. I have 700 shares left. I'm gonna let this trade work here. The rest of the trade will be break even at 10.06. And
Nice
we're gonna either let this trade make us our money, or we're gonna call it the day and take a little gain.
Yeah. Nice work, brother. Congrats, man. Killing it lately, man. Honestly, it's been a really good week this week for both of us, man. And so let's just keep at it, brother. Let's just keep working.
Yeah,
and,
one of the key things is I don't let my losers affect me anymore, and I stick to my rules. If I stick to my plan, then I'm going to get my reward and my risk the right way. What I've learned over time in trading, that the more you stick to your plan, the better your results are going to be consistent. And when your results are consistent, eventually you can become a consistent green trader.
For sure. Absolutely, man. Nice work today, brother. There's a little bit of backup noise there, but yeah, for sure. Sticking to a plan is crucial. It's what ultimately will help kind of turn the corner in order to help the trader find some consistency in the market. It's building that plan is a huge aspect of it, and learning to just implement that plan, and stick with it. All right, we got the SPY breaking the highs here. I want to see Roku break down, but I'm worried that if the SPY pushes up, Roku's going to spike up too. And so hopefully the SPY gets rejected here, but I have to, just be ready to get out of this one if it turns against me. It's definitely lagging a little bit here. Yeah, but I mean, cargo, it's just not my style, brother. There's 8. Look a little bit better. Let's see if we can actually get a breakdown under the whole dollar at this point. It keeps kind of consolidating here. $14s. AMD's breaking down really nicely there too. Let's see if 14 can break, or 64 can break. I think that's the big level that this one has to break under, is 64. It's been kind of consolidating here. It's just got to test 64 to actually break down for once now. 8. Continues to find some support at 64. We just needed to crack that level. There's 05s. Back up to 12s, but the spread's getting worse. Let's see if I can hold it down here. SPY broke down some. It should be good for it.
MU with a nice fade also.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
man.
bad after the rejects.
AMD and MU both faded beautifully there. It's the I almost took it, but lately I've been talking myself out of taking the good ones, you know, and then being upset that I missed the good ones that I get into the bad ones. All right, there we go. Finally, we get a breakdown here. Let's see if it actually cracks this whole $1.64. There we go. Just broke it. Let's see if it actually breaks down here. It should. 94s. I don't mind letting this one really work here. I just want to see a breakdown. I want to see it hold under 64. It's got some resistance above it now. Let's see if it can hold under that $64 level and actually maintain under it.
All right, I'm gonna look to take some off here as we get into that 95, 96 area.
And with Roku, we're going to look for that whole $1.64 to hold as resistance now. Here, Mitch is in this one right here. Let me pull this one, APHA. Mitch is in this one right here. Breaking down really nicely. I'm just going to use this high up here as my risk now. That's 41 or so. Ultimate goal with this one is to see if we can break down to 63.50. I'm going to hold the rest break even and stick to my plan now. See if we can actually get a breakdown for Roku now. I think it's following the SPY to a certain extent. Let's see. Oh, so while I'm waiting here, shout out to Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas is a cool enough company to allow me to stream their scanners every day. And so if you're interested in checking out the scanners that Mitch and I use every day, go check out Trade Ideas. Super customizable dynamic scanners. Allows you to do a lot of different really cool stuff on them. And it's another way to help support the channel. And so if you want to, check out Trade Ideas, it's a great way to help support the channel. I just posted that link here as well. And yeah, go check them out. Like I said, super customizable, super dynamic, allows you to catch moves early, see what's really moving in the market without having to search too much for it. And just really up-to-date, customizable, super dynamic scanners. Go check them out. I just posted that link here as well. All right, we'll see if we get the breakdown now for Roku. That's what that's what I want to see. I'm gonna hold the rest roughly break even. I'll probably let it try to test that 32 level. So I'm risking like $5-6, which is fine.
All right, I might have to cover it a little bit right here. I'm gonna let it try one more time, but might have to cover a little bit and then let the rest break even.
All right, we're running up a little bit with Roku. Like I said, though, pretty tight risk, all things considered. My entry was really good with this one.
All right, I took a little bit more off there. Now I have 300 shares left at 10:06. I'm up for the day, $47, hanging around with some unrealized. I'm just gonna let the rest of it work. Set a stop. If I get stopped out at break even, I'll get stopped out. If not, I'm gonna let the rest of this trade work. Try to let it get down into the 990s. Really make a good profit on this. Get that 3-to-1 return that I want. And if not, I'll just take this.
Nice work, brother.
Nope, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Let's see. Let's pull a little video action. Bam.
Here, hold on.
Dun, dun, dun. What's going on, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up, fam?
What's up, brother?
Trading out here. All
Later,
right,
bro.
let's see what we got. Oh, look, not too bad, not too shabby on that trade.
Not bad, brother.
I'll take it.
Nice work.
Another day.
Congrats, man.
Just
Hey,
gotta keep
killing
going.
it. Coffee shop, man. Mitch, the
Who wants
coffee
a
shop
donut?
trader.
Who wants a donut? All right, guys, take it easy.
Later, brother. All right, there's another test of 64. I'm trying to be patient with this one and really let it work here. I'm keeping the rest roughly break even. Just ideally, like I said, I want to see it break down to 63.50. I'm taking, this is just kind of a toy and around trade. I'm not trying to risk the boat here with this one. And just going to let it try to break down for me here and see if we can get a decent gain, finish the week off green. Part of me wants to just close it out now so I can say every day this week was green. But I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm going to let it work and see if we can actually get some good moves and keep it roughly break even on the rest. And so I could say I didn't have any losing days, but I'm going to let it work. MU really breaking down there. See if I actually hold down here, guys. What's up, John Carlo? What's up, brother? Yeah, no stress, man. I'm just trading small right now, man. I'm just trying to let this trade work. Give myself maybe a little loose reward target. See if we can get down to 63.50 or so. And I'm being patient with it. I'm going to actually let it go to my levels. Left, skyrocketed up there. We got down to 80s for a little bit with Roku. Back down to 90s. I might take some off though if it gets down to that previous low right here at the 80 level. I'll probably take 25 off and just let the rest work and just be done with it and be happy I got out for a green trade. We'll see, there's 80 again, 87s. We'll take 20 off here. I took 20 off there. Just going to let the last little 30 shares really work here. That's kind of the goal. And now I can be relatively protected. If it squeezes up, I can just get out of it. It's just a little baby trade for me. I missed a lot of good opportunities with some of these other moves. A lot of really nice breakdowns. And so, this one wasn't my favorite play, but it ended up working out. I'm just going to let the rest mess around. Yeah, I'm just slowly kind of protecting myself in it. Honestly, it's one of those, like, the last 2 weeks before this week were so tough that I scaled down in sizing back down, and so I guess it's time to scale back up. And I think at this point, when I do scale up, I just need to keep it consistent. Meaning, even if it gets pretty bad, I don't need to scale down, because when I scale down, I miss good weeks like this with full sizing. Probably just going to set a stop here and let it run, guys. We'll see what we get. Yeah, a lot of people talking about JMU and then TGI. I'm looking at the SPY now, which kind of is finally falling back down, which should help me in this trade. It should drop. It should make Roku drop. Like I said, though, I'm just gonna be done with this and just kind of let it work here, guys, and see if it can break down under 63.50. See if it can really kind of crack these lows, give me a much bigger gain. At this point, though, I know I'm not going to have another losing day this week. I've scaled out enough to protect myself enough to where I can exit if it really turns against me. And so no losing days this week, guys. You know, it went from a really tough week last week to no losing days this week. And so all streamed live. Been a really good week for the VWAP fade. Very accurate week for the VWAP fade. It's worked extremely well this week. And yeah, well, let's hope next week shows some good results like this as well. But that'll probably be it. I'll probably end up setting a stop here at 64.25 or so. You know, let's see what my average is. Yeah, 64.25 or so. Let me get ready here. It might squeeze up. I'll hold the rest break even and bank my little $7 on the trade. Wait, I gotta cancel my stop, right? No, it's canceled. Okay, good. Let's hope this triple top holds now. If this triple top holds, it should break down. But it's honestly, it's just following the SPY is like what we're getting now. Like if the SPY pushes up, Roku pushes up, SPY pushes down, Roku pushes down, and so it's just following the SPY. It's just about where I want to set my risk level at this point. There we go, back down to 64. And it's because the SPY got rejected here. Let's see if it actually holds now. That'd be great. It's been bouncing back and forth, consolidating here, and I've been able to scale out of it, but alright, now is where I gotta be careful. SPY squeezing up. That's probably it for this one. SPY squeezing up strong. This is probably going to run now. Yep. Let's keep the rest break even, I guess, guys. What do you think? Probably break even. I'm just hoping it triple tops here. That would be great if the SPY gets rejected at this high. And this one triple tops here. That would be lovely. We'll see if it happens. Unlikely, but that would be lovely if it did. I like that rejection, but I doubt it's going to hold. Especially with the SPY. Like, look at the SPY here. It's teetering around these highs. And so SPY breaks this. I got to jump out of this thing. Alright, well, it broke down to 8, and then it popped right back up, which is to be expected. Like I said, the big determining factor here is what the SPY does at this high. If the SPY gets rejected or if the SPY runs here, that's the big determining factor on what this trade on Roku is ultimately going to do. And so we're just watching the SPY closely here. If it breaks, time to just jump out of this thing and wipe my hands of it. This trade was a little bit of a forced trade that I didn't need to take necessarily because I missed a lot on AMD and a few other things. And so it's kind of a forced trade. And so the fact that I can get out of it for break even and not lose anything is fine. And I'm not going to be necessarily upset with it or anything. Obviously, I'd like it to break down, but the SPY is ultimately what's going to dictate what happens with this one. Here we go. And we're hoping the SPY gets rejected and looks weak, but it doesn't look like it. We'll see. SPY's battling us out here. There's the SPY breaking. They're trying to break that high at 45, 288.45. It's got up to 44. Still hasn't broken it yet. Let's hope it just continues to get rejected here. That's going to help me. Good lesson on how a lot of these big cap stocks follow the SPY, even if it doesn't look like it. SPY got rejected. That should help. We should see a rejection now on Roku. It should fall now. Looks weak. SPY got rejected nicely there. SPY bouncing back a little bit. Alright, guys. Just trying to patiently wait to see what is going to happen. Watching the SPY closely here. Just a little dull now. I guess I'll set my limit. Let's see. So if I'm up about $8, 50 shares, that is the equivalent of about 16 cents. So about 30 is where I should risk. 30, 31. And so I'll put my stop limit at 64.29. Here's the SPY getting rejected. That should help this one. There we go. Let's see if we get a breakdown now finally, and it holds under 64. There's the rejection. SPY falling. That should really help Roku here. Should get a wash, a nice wash down here. See if the SPY can really break under that pre-market high would be ideal. All right, we're back up to 17. Yeah, guys, I'm just going to set a stop loss. I'm tired of watching this. Up to 18. Every time I'm about to close it down, it spikes up and I might exit. And so I just want to catch that on stream. SPY breaking under the pre-market high. That should help me here, but that's not what we're seeing. The SPY just squeezed back up over it. Let's see. Alright, yeah, I'm going to set my stop here for completely break even now. I'm tired of waiting around, which would be roughly at 29. And I'm just going to buy that and be done. So that's nothing but green days today. There are nothing but green days this week. All green days, no losing days, no losing trades this week. And so it's been a pretty good week. Last week was tough. This week I definitely bounced back some. And so, yeah, guys, if you haven't already, appreciate everybody who sticked around. Hit that subscribe button. Mitch and I day trade live on stream every weekday morning, starting at 8:15 market time, and we do it all live. And so we can't hide anything. Perfect week this week. No losing days. I'm definitely excited about it. No losing trades. Even if today's gain is small and yesterday's gain was small, it's been a pretty decent week, all things considered. A lot of good opportunities this week. You can see the SPY breaking down, and that's causing Roku to break down. So maybe this one will turn into a bigger gain. If you want to follow along to see what happens with this one, I will post what happens in a community post here on YouTube. And so I'll post what happens here, so be sure to check on that. like I said, you want to help support the channel. The way I can use such small sizing is I'm using the funded account program on TradeNet. And so if you're interested in checking out the broker that Mitch and I use, I'll post this link here. That's how I'm able to use such small size and be okay with these. There's the link if you want to check it out. It says to get the intro package for only $3.99. Check out that link. Go there if you're interested in using the same broker that we do. There's no PDT rule. You get a 14K funded account, a lot of cool stuff. So go check out that link if you haven't already. Like I said, go check out Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas is cool enough to allow me to stream their scans every day. So if you want to check out Trade Ideas, super customizable and dynamic scanners, I'll post this here as well. And yeah, that's probably it for me today, guys. So good luck. Have a good day. And yeah, I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna put the stop loss in here. And then I'm just going to play our promo video. So go check out our site as well, guys. Like I said, Mitch and I both had perfect weeks this week. No losing days for Mitch and I this week. And yeah, go check it out. I'll post the video here. All right, guys, so we did get a little bit of a breakdown on ROKU here. We'll see how it goes. I'll update you guys, let you guys know how this trade goes. I'm walking away from it. It's taking too long to figure out. So have a good day, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow. Check out that link I just posted if you're interested in joining us. Like I said, we do 3 live classes every single week. We have over 50 hours of classes and content in our library. And it's $15 a month. People are charging thousands of dollars for courses and classes. We charge $15 a month, and we probably have more content than they do. And we stream all of our trades live. And so go check it out. Check out that link. It's the beginnertrading.net/packages link. And then go check out our site if you haven't already. Good luck, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. And it looks like this one's going to be a green trade as well. So we'll see how this works. Have a good day, and have a good weekend, everybody.